Welcome to Always Moving Forward with Renee.
Moving forward.
Good morning and welcome to Always Moving Forward with Renee and friends. I've got Jackie right here and Lenora on the other end. As you know this gentleman right here, Mr. Bell.
Hey.
Mr. Bell is the CEO of the company that makes it possible for us to be with you each and every Sunday, and that's Bell Global Network. He's sitting in today, and he's going to continue on with his life. Remember, he talked about it before. I want to take a few minutes to ask you to keep Patricia Noni in your prayers for safe travel. She's out of state in Atlanta, so pray for safe travels. And then for Jackie right here, as we know, Jackie was a caregiver for her brother. Well, he went home last week. And so I want you to keep Jackie and her family in your prayers, okay? Okay, so we know everything's gonna be okay with everyone. Lenore, you okay down there?
I'm good.
You're good? Okay, and I've got a cold, as you can probably hear. So please pray for me too, that I'll get well right quick. But today is the day that the Lord has made. Rejoice and be glad in it. So I'm gonna have Mr. Bell, as Lenore calls him Choirboy. I'm going to have him to summarize a little bit about what he talked about on a previous show. Now, he didn't go into a lot of detail, but today, that's where we're going to go. We're going to hit on what actually happened. Is that okay?
Oh yeah, but
Okay, Antone. Go ahead, take it away.
Right.
And ladies, if you have some questions, just chime in.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
First
Okay.
and foremost, it's a blessing to be here with you all. I love what you all do with the show. Y'all do great work. It's actually one of my favorite shows.
Thank you.
I love what you guys do. Y'all bring great topics each and every week. It's diverse, and the people love it. And just shouts out to y'all and what y'all do.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
It's a blessing. It's a blessing to be here as well. Just here to tell some more of my story. I grew up in the church, of course. People who follow me through the years. I grew up in the church. Loving mother and father, and then as I got older, I strayed away, and eventually just strayed away.
Like a lot of us.
A lot of us, and
Yes.
product of environment. You know what I mean?
Yes.
You can be raised a certain way in your home, but you still may be a product of your environment. Where the streets it'll grab hold to you.
Right.
That's
It's just,
right.
With me, he's just that guy. He still always protected me because, my mom she was always into praying hard, and I had a great father at the time. So it was just a blessing to be able to escape some of the stuff that I did. Because if it wasn't for God, I know I wouldn't be here, or I'd probably be in jail, or just have it be all bad. Yeah, so basically grew up in the church straight away, and then as I got older, I just started getting to more street stuff. I graduated from high school. I played sports in high school, whatever. Nice. I did pretty well in grades, wise, and once I graduated, the street started kind of grabbing hold to me. I started hitting the club scene strong. Eventually, it led to popularity in the club scene, and then next thing you know, had all the ladies. It was a ladies' man.
Okay.
Yeah, it had a lady. It was a ladies' man.
Absolutely. We can see that, Mr. Bell.
Yeah. And then I started going by the name PT.
PT.
Which was short for Pretty Tone.
Oh,
Okay.
Pretty tone, you know.
pretty tall. Okay.
At the time I had long braids like down to here, you know what I mean?
Wow, pretty tall. Were you here in Detroit?
Yeah, I was here in
Okay.
Detroit. Yeah, for part of the time. I eventually had moved to Atlanta because I was pursuing a rap career.
Okay.
You know, but it went well down there, but it just wasn't what God had for me. And then, you know, as I grew popular in the streets, that's when I started dabbling into pimping, hustling, you know, just everything in the
Did you
street
say
things do.
pimping?
Yeah, pimping. Pimping was pimping. Yeah,
And
but
when was you in Atlanta?
no, I was in Detroit then though. I was in Atlanta probably like 2003, I believe. We was chasing a record deal. You know, we had some deals on the table, but it just kind of went downhill.
But well, you know what, Belle, tell me. You said pimping, and now today it's so rampant with this traffic.
Yeah, but I know it's crazy. You know, so it's real crazy. You know, so I just.
What was it like then? I mean, was it a
I
human
mean,
trafficking
yeah.
then or what?
I mean, yeah, I think that's been for now forever. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Yes.
It just was something that.
But it wasn't like it is.
No.
today. We didn't hear about it.
Yeah, we
I'll put
didn't.
it that way.
But
It could have
yeah,
been this way, but we didn't hear
and I
about
think-
it.
You heard about it, but it
Yeah.
wasn't social media.
it changed the
Yes,
game.
right, okay, because back then you only had the pager. Right.
A beeper.
Yeah, the beeper. See, and Facebook and all them, they recent and.
And everybody in there has cell phones, then neither. You know?
Right.
If you had a beeper
Yeah,
and
the
a cell
pager
phone,
just beep.
people would think
Right.
that you was automatically a drug dealer.
Oh, yeah.
You know, that's how it was in the streets.
Right.
That's how it was in the streets.
Because you know,
Yeah.
back then my husband had a cell phone that was in the bag.
Oh yeah, then they had
With
the
the
big,
case.
the long antennas.
He carried it on.
Oh man!
He
So you
had
have a
that.
cell phone, so we go skate. We go to the skating rink, and you know we go out in the clubs, and we have our mink coats on, and our jewelry on, and put
How
up in our
old were
fancy
you at
cars.
the,
You know,
at the time?
probably like at this point I'm probably like 19. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
So that's when cell phones first came out. You know what I mean?
Oh, you was
We had a
pimping
big-
good.
Yeah,
Mink coat.
yeah. We was, you know, we was doing our thing. You know what I mean? It just when you're in the streets, you're gonna do whatever it takes to get by or get money. You know what I mean? So whether it was stealing, you know what I mean? Whether it was hustling and selling dope or drugs, whatever.
Nothing that's gonna incriminate you.
No, I mean I'm good. You know, it's not. It's I'm telling you, this is like my past life. This is stuff I did. You know.
He's
what I mean?
choir boy now.
Yeah. So you know what I mean? I mean it is what it is. It's things I did in the past. I ain't necessarily proud of it, but it did all make me the man I am today. So I can stand strong and tell people, look, you ain't got to even go that route. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The system ain't designed for necessarily us. per se.
Right.
But you have to experience this to say
Yeah,
that.
for sure.
Okay?
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't have to, people don't have to experience things. Sometimes the people listen to people who said it,
Mhm.
then you don't have to go that route.
Yeah.
So you don't have to experiment everything because.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's just like I said, it's just you get caught up in life, and you know what I mean. You get caught up in things, and that just sometimes life will bring you down that type of path. You know what I mean? And I just thank God.
Give you what you asked for.
Yeah,
Life
for real.
gives you what you asked
For
for.
real, because you can have people telling you, hey, don't do this and that, and you know, if you hard headed, you gonna go that way and experience it for yourself. You know, that's how I was. You know, I would want to go. I experienced things for myself, and then it's like looking back on it, it's like
So you was hardcore.
just hard headed.
He was hard, you had to
Yeah.
be hardcore.
Hard headed,
For
just
people
hard headed.
too.
You know what I mean?
Because I've been, in bars and clubs and stuff, and a lot of guys come through with their fur coat on and stuff. And I didn't take them as a drug dealer or gang, and because sometimes it's just the way that the people that they be around, and they wanted to dress that way,
For sure.
and really, they wasn't doing nothing but dressing and coming in.
Oh
and-
yeah, for sure. Just fashion, just high
Mhm.
fashion. But I mean, like I said, we was caught up. Also, I was part of a popular dance group.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
okay.
We was like real popular through the city, called the Notorious Dancing Bears. We was the most popular, at that time, we was the most popular group in the city.
And what kind of dancing did you
Just
do?
all type of
Hip
dancing.
hop.
Just all the way take it off.
Oh, you were a dancer
Yeah.
or a
A group.
stripper?
I I mean, kind of like that, but we was more or less like we was more or less on the club scene, so we just do routines and stuff too. But we did get to the point where we was making a lot of money. You know what I mean? So we was making, I made thousands off of doing that.
Oh, so you was getting paid.
Yeah, we was getting paid for sure.
Yeah, that's when women had really started coming out in that period and actually going to the clubs. They've been going to clubs all along, but that's when women started putting that money in them G-strings and everything.
It was a life too. Like I just kind of stumbled onto that too. Like we just was popular on the club scene. My other friends, they was popular. My other friend knew some other guys who was popular. We all kind of combined, and then before I know it, we just was real popular, and like we would make a lot of money, and just the benefits. We was like rock stars here in the city. You know what I mean? We had.
Was that when Henry's? Was Henry still around when you? Was
That's
doing
when it was.
Henry's and Watts Club.
Henry's was we did a couple. We actually did a couple events there. They had like highlighted us there, so they had like brought us there and whatnot. And we was touring all over the state. You know what I mean? We was going out of town and stuff. I mean, it was an interesting experience in my life. You know what I mean? Is the perks of it was. It was a lot of females.
So you need to show us a sample of your dance.
Yeah.
How many years did you do that?
I mean, we probably did it for maybe
The dancing.
maybe 4 years, 5 years. I mean, we had a nice run at it. So I'm doing all this all at the same time, keep it in mind, you know what I mean? So I'm just out here, you know what I mean? We out here, you know what I mean?
So you became famous near the tail end of when scripting was going out, and then
Yeah, because we wasn't like we wasn't considered necessarily that type of terminology when it came to us. We was just a popular dance group on the club scene, and then
like the
yes, you know what I mean. So that's what it was, and then it just escalated to that where it's like we could make money, and we made a lot of money doing it.
When the village people was coming out. So you was around the time when the village people came out and gave it this highlight, and then you was coming to the end. It was coming to the end.
So were you dancing and pimping and selling drugs at the same time?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it made it easy though, because keep in mind the access that we had. I mean, we was so when you popular, people want to be around you. You know what I mean? So you gonna have access to all type of stuff. You know what I mean? So that's just what it was. And I mean, we would get into a lot of fights and stuff, and you know what I mean. We was involved in some street wars, and you know what I mean. We was involved in some nonsense. You know what I mean?
Yeah, was that the city of Detroit?
Man, the city, that's just what it is, you know what I mean? The city is what the city is. I love my city, but, if you watching and you going through, or you got kids that's going through, I just encourage you to keep praying for them,
Yes,
And one thing about God, though, he put that protection over them, so just keep praying for them, and, the best is yet to come for them. It always can turn around full circle. That's what happened for me.
So speaking of kids, Mr. Bell, I found out that one thing that you do, that's how I found out about Choirboy, the name, the moniker Choirboy. Because my niece has seen you speak at her boy, she has twins at her boys' school. So you go around to the school, talking to the young people?
Go, talk, I go around the schools and, just different places where there's a lot of young people at and, perform as well. I'm a gospel rapper as well, so I've toured all over the country, to be honest, you know what I mean? And
So when you go to the schools, you rap and
no, it just depends on, sometimes I just talk, I'm gifted with both lanes, so sometimes.
So you tell them your life story?
Yeah, just tell a story and just let them know, look, you ain't got to go through certain things in life, you better just like you were saying, listen, open your eyes, stay woke, and now in this world we live in, it's even, it's tougher, you know what I mean? Social media put everything out there. You can you can go on social media and you can know somebody's life.
Yes.
You can know where they at.
And they tell everything.
You can know what they thinking. You know what I mean? Like you
now,
can
they
know
don't
everything.
only tell, but they show pictures.
We even know when they
They
get
show
their income
pictures.
tax checks back, because they put it all on Facebook.
You know
Income
everything.
tax
You
check.
know somebody got beef with somebody.
Jenny Queen used to be good at that when money
Tell
was
it.
Dangerous.
It's crazy. It's dangerous out here. So now it's even worse. So
Yes.
so now you gotta have a greater understanding.
And that in
Right.
itself is what's causing a lot of human trafficking. and stuff because these young girls all on face.
And you know where they at.
Right.
They go Facebook
Yes.
Live, they put their location. You
Right.
can know where somebody
Right.
at, you know, and then people,
Right.
these young people, they get on there, and not even just young people, just anybody in general, people be in
Right.
their feelings.
Yeah.
And we all be in our feelings sometime, but it's like you got to know when to and when not to. You can't
Right.
just type
But-
everything you
But
feel.
that's where they're having a problem now with Facebook because of Facebook is, people don't know Facebook been tracking their location.
And Facebook Live.
Yes.
People
Yes.
could be, people go on Facebook Live and expose themselves. They put their drugs on there, they put their guns on there. Look,
Stupid
y'all,
stuff.
wise
Stupid
enough, bro.
stuff.
You incriminating yourself.
But
You are incriminating yourself.
not only that, Lenora, I know you probably saw it. I put on Facebook yesterday where they've got these acronyms, you know, the shortcuts
Yes.
for the words.
Yeah, I have it.
Oh, you have it?
I found
Right.
it.
And,
Yeah,
and I
I
sent
shared
it
it.
out and I told all
Yes.
parents, you know, you
Yes.
need to be aware of
Exactly.
what these words mean.
Absolutely.
You know, and when your kids are talking about it, you know, you need to be aware.
I was shocked at some of the initials and what it meant.
Right,
And I would
right.
have never knew if you hadn't shared that.
Right.
I know a little bit.
Uh-huh.
My grandmother made me a list, but anyway, I know a little bit.
Yeah.
But I didn't know to that extent.
Mhm.
I was surprised at, at what they're using to say what they say.
Right, right.
You know, I was surprised.
I was talking to my ex on my way here. He said, Jackie, I saw you came through Messenger. I said, I'm not on Messenger. He said, your face came on Messenger with pictures of you in these outfits. I said, who sent it? I didn't. And he said, they even talk about you, professor of Wayne County Community College. And I said, that's my profile. So somebody went in my profile, sent pictures of me, because I don't take too many pictures of myself,
Right.
and sent it to him on Messenger. So if he got it,
Wow.
no telling who else got it.
That's right. That's
You
You gotta
right.
be careful. Yeah, you gotta be careful with stuff you put on your phone too. You gotta check when you put it on there because it say, you may push allow for them to just go through your phone.
Right, and Messenger, when you hit OK for Messenger, you give Messenger permission to do that.
So but you gotta
You
know
need
how
to
to go through your
redefine
phone.
print
Yep,
on
you
Messenger.
gotta go through your phone and you gotta know how to go back to your phone and change permissions. Especially
Right,
yeah.
if you're not certain of it because it's basically a tracking device. So I think
Yeah.
think about us, we are people of wisdom. So imagine being somebody young that have no wisdom about nothing.
And
Really,
they think they
you're
know
gonna
it.
be wild. It's gonna be bad for you. So that's what it comes through. Just having God in your life. That's what God has done for me in my life.
But you know what? Let's go back
Yes.
to you,
Okay.
your
They have a question for you.
lifestyle.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, because it may be some young person out there, that's thinking about
For sure.
going into selling drugs.
Or just
They out there.
they out there.
That are thinking, about pimping.
For sure. Or just out here just wilding.
Right,
stealing and stuff.
right. So tell us some more, like you're talking to a young person out there.
For sure. Look, I just encourage you, best route is to take, educate yourself, first and foremost. Educate yourself, go to school, get you a degree, if that's your role, find you a craft, just, find you something that you're great at and just move in that direction. The streets is hungry.
Yeah.
The streets are,
And streets will eat you up.
alive. It eats you alive. You know what I mean? I just was blessed
right.
to be able to, escape, certain things. And I gave my life to God, years ago. And my life has never been the same since I committed myself to God. That's why it's important to have a relationship with God in your life.
Okay,
How did
go ahead.
How did you get into what you do now? Because you did some producing, some little bit of music too, right?
Yep.
And that's when you made the move to Atlanta?
So we was out here wilding, we was popular, and I started making music. I had an opportunity to move to Atlanta, so I moved to Atlanta with he my brother-in-law now, but at the time we was just friends. We moved to Atlanta. We making music. We on the club scene. We we doing our thing. You know, we performing everywhere. We went to talent shows. We even had a couple of record deals come our way, and then everything just went
So
downhill.
you were actually doing the rapping or whatever?
Yeah,
we
rapping,
had?
making music. We almost got a couple of record deals, and then everything went bad. And
How did it go bad?
Just stuff it just went downhill for us all of a sudden, and then I ended up homeless.
You had to be in that
So
groove
we
at the time.
was living in the car. You know what I mean? I ended up homeless. We living in the car. We still trying to pursue our dream or whatnot. You know, we still got our little hustles and stuff going on. And then that's when we decided to move back home, and got right back into the same stuff. You know, I started selling clothes and stuff, and so I was probably making like. At the peak of it, I was making like $1,000 a day.
Wow.
But I was selling clothes and I was dabbling in other stuff too, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we was making a lot of money, and but I wasn't wise. I was still out here wilding. Then God started speaking to me like, slow down. And I probably blew through like one summer, probably like close to like 50,000, just on nothing. You know?
You actually heard the voice of the Lord talking to
He
you.
started talking to me, so
Which young people,
the voice.
it will talk to you.
Yeah.
It talks to you all the time. You just have to be able to tune in to hear it.
So he started talking to me. I'm still not paying attention. I'm not woke. You know what I mean? I'm still doing my thing. I'm dibbling and dabbling. My mom's has always been into ministry. She had ministered. She wasn't a pastor at the time, but she's an evangelist. They make music, singing, and then she was trying to encourage me, like, look, why don't you make some, you know, some music that's gonna cross over, you know, it's gonna have a better message. I'm like, nah. So me and my friends, we made one song, and people liked the song. It was like a song about hope. People liked the song. I went to like an event perform, and then people kept calling me to do these church events, but I still had one foot in the streets at that point.
Right.
So I go do the church event, and then that same night I go perform at the club or perform at a different event, still doing my thing. God speaking to me like, come on, bro. I was just wilding still, so I almost got set up on a, you know, it was like a drug deal gone bad. Almost got somebody trying to take my life. And then at that point, God was speaking to me through different avenues. At that point, my brother-in-law, who was my friend at the time, moved back to the city, married my sister, gave us like the guide, and got all this going on for him. I'm looking like, man, I'm still out here trying to hustle. And then...
So wait, someone was setting you up
Yep.
to take your life.
Right.
What were you doing then? Were you selling drugs?
I was attempting,
or-
I was attempting to make a transaction.
Okay.
Attempting to make a transaction. And then almost got set up. And at that point, I was like, I was looking at my life before my eyes flash. And at that point, I was like, you know what?
Yeah, you
I'm gonna go, okay, I'm gonna go deeper in, or I can give my life to God and take a risk and walk by faith and not by sight. And that's what I did. Walk by faith, and then after that, I ended up getting married. I ended up being on the radio. Ended up having one of the biggest radio shows in the city. Then after that, got married. Then my wife started this business. Was the internet radio, MotownGospelRadio.com. We first started out. Then from that, came with the Bell Global Network and have never looked back since.
Awesome.
So a lot of things open up for
Yeah,
you.
come on.
And you had to see that they open up. Because they
Come on.
open up and you just wasn't paying attention that things are opening
Yeah.
up. And once you say, oh man, this is opening up,
Gotta stay woke.
I can walk through this door.
Got you. It's opportunity for young people out here. That's what I'm saying.
It sounded like he was listening, but you still had that one foot out there.
Yeah, that's why.
That one
That
foot
first
out
time,
there in the street.
Yeah, because I was
where the streets was calling
Man,
you.
this is my whole thing. If you have ever had like a lot of money at one point and you have ever made fast money, it's gonna do something to your mind because you're gonna always think, man, just one more lick. That's what I was thinking. One more lick, and that's what I was doing.
That sound like an addict.
Yeah.
That sound like a
Yeah,
gambling
that's an addict. And I was trying to get like one more lick. That's what I was. One more lick. Even when God was like, "Come on," I was like, "Come on, one more lick, one more lick."
Yeah.
And that's what happened. I was steadily just doing my thing. Boom. I go, make a couple whatever. I go make 1,500 real fast, whatever, a couple thousand real fast, and then this last lick I was gonna try to make, it was gonna be a bigger amount of money. You know what I mean? I said, "All right, this is gonna get me through," and then it just went bad.
But young people, if you just take your situation, opportunities were there in your period of time,
Yeah.
okay? Young people now have in a different setting, and they still have to see things, okay?
Sure.
Because it's for their period of time that we're looking and you're
For sure.
working with them to come out and come through it. But mothers and grandmamas, they got to pray over their kids.
Come on,
Got
come
to
on. You
pray
got
over
you got
them.
to, because life, you know, with life, look, you got to. With life, this is what I think. You know, personally, you have to have a relationship with God because He will keep you. He'll keep you in. I mean, and this goes for anybody, regardless how old you are, your age. You know, God, He gonna keep you. You may be watching right now. You may be going through tough times, whether it's financially, whether it's mentally, whatever it is. Look, God, man, Jesus, He changed my life, and like. I'm telling you from my perspective of my life, you know what I mean? So some people could say, okay, follow God, this and this. But I'm telling you from my perspective, like what He did for me.
Because you've experienced all
Yeah.
that. You can't-
If I could say this, our time is running out. And I want to say, if you need prayer or want to let us know that you like the show today, call 313-657-5556 or email us at gwealths111@gmail.com. Okay? And I want to thank Mr. Bell, but you know, we haven't finished. If time permits, I'd like for us to come back and, you know, continue on with this.
For sure.
You know, I really would. So, but until next week, as always, I want to say, God loves you, and
Yes.
so do we.
We
So
all
we'll
always want to
see
say
you.
that.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
That was awesome.
I hope you enjoy Always Moving Forward with Renee.
Moving forward.
What's up, everybody? This is your girl, Vicki Winans, and you're watching Bell Global Network.
Hi, everybody. I'm telling you, everything that happened to me that was good, God did it. I'm Evelyn Turrentine, AG, and you're watching the Bell Global Network.
This is Pastor D. Alexander Bullock of Preachers of Detroit, and you're watching the Bell Global Network.
This is Bishop Edgar Van of Second Ebenezer Church in Detroit, Michigan, and you're watching the Bell Global Network.
Hi, I'm Bernadette Stanis. You know me best as Thelma from the TV show Good Times, and you are watching Bell Global Network.